when I saw this right here, I said, yeah, I definitely have to talk about this because mainstream media is definitely not going to touch on it. Now, before I get started, I have to give a shout out to On Code Brother 83 because he actually posted this up on his timeline on Twitter and I came across it and I said, yeah. This is very interesting. Now, like I said, mainstream media is not going to talk about this. Now, they've been talking about how there's so many rises in cases with Wuvid going on for the last couple of weeks now. But they keep saying where it's coming from and everything like that. But they ironically leave this part out. And this article was posted up on July 20th, 2021. I am recording this 2 days later on Thursday, July 22nd, 2021. And they still haven't put anything in the news alluding to this. And the thing is, I'm not even gonna lie, I didn't even think about this. Like, this didn't even cross my mind. It says in just 2 weeks, 135 illegal immigrants tested positive for Wuvid-19 at the Rio Grande Valley border. 135. That's damn near probably all of them that have crossed. And they are just now talking about this. And of course, the Rio Grande, that's, coming from Mexico. And, right underneath and right above Mexico is Texas. To the side of Mexico, you have California. What's going on in California right now? They have to go under another mask mandate because their cases have increased. So something tells me that a lot of these new cases in this variant, while some of it could be coming from within the U.S., a lot of it is coming from across that border. And this is another reason why we were saying that, they need to have more better restrictions when it comes to these immigrants, especially ones that's coming from Mexico. But let's go ahead and get into it. Customs and Border Protection confirmed that 135 detainees at the Rio Grande Valley crossing point have tested positive for Wuvid-19 in the first 2 weeks of July alone. In the first 2 weeks, mind you, there's 4 weeks a month. That's half the month gone. But it also makes you wonder, were there any before then? And how many has it been since then? The cases at the Rio Grande Valley sector detention facilities now account for 60% of all detainees confirmed to have Wuvid-19 and are under CBP's care, Fox News reported Tuesday. The striking figure regarding the RGV sector, one of the busiest sections of the border through which thousands of people cross daily, comes as the Biden administration contends with the worsening crisis at the southern border. The number of non-citizens encountered by law enforcement in June, nearly 190,000 people, is the highest counted in more than 21 years. Of that total, roughly 105,000 people were sent back to Mexico and denied asylum. Border Patrol counted 113,000 adults and 15,000 unaccompanied children and 50,000 people traveling as part of a family group last month. The number of illegal migrant apprehensions has been ticking up monthly since March 2020 and ballooned this spring as Joe Biden loosened a pandemic-era policy stipulating that no one who came across is detained, but instead be turned back to Mexico. That's kind of hard to tell just by looking at this number. I highly doubt they were able to apprehend every last one of them. The monthly tally of new border crossings swelled as Biden began rolling back some Trump-era border restrictions put in place last year that aimed to prevent further spread of Wuvid-19 in the United States. Border officials do not typically test detainees at the southern border. Rather, detainees are tested after they are transferred to other locations, such as other government-run facilities. And there lies their problem. They don't test them the minute they get there. They wait and send them elsewhere to test them. But by that time, they would have already tested positive. And if they have, that means they have come in contact with other people, thus spreading it. And speaking of variants, I don't know if y'all heard, but now apparently they have this new variant called the Lambda variant. I'm like, didn't we just get into the Delta variant? Like, we're not that far into the Delta variant yet, and already there's a Lambda? Now, I don't know if that's over here or if that's overseas, but I saw it online. It said Lambda, like you can look for yourself. It's called the Lambda variant. I said they're about to go through the whole Greek alphabet. I'm scared to see what it's going to be like when they get to the Omega variant. And we know Omega means the end. Unaccompanied migrant children, for instance, are placed in the care of the Office of Refugee Resettlement, part of the Department of Health and Human Services, where they can be tested. Vaccination rates in Central American countries where most immigrants come from are significantly lower than those in the U.S., prompting fears that an influx of unvaccinated people at the southern border could exacerbate it and the spread of the highly transmissible Delta variant, now responsible for about 83% of active cases in the U.S. No kidding. But like I said at the beginning of this article, mainstream media is not going to touch this. They keep talking about that a lot of these cases are coming from people who are unvaccinated, but they don't want to talk about that amongst those who are unvaccinated are within these 135 right here. Not once did I see them mention that on the news. They keep saying most of the people who are unvaccinated are in the hospital, or, the ones who just refuse to take it. But you have these individuals right here who are coming over and they literally test positive almost as soon as they get here, which means they most likely had it before they came over. But they'll have you believe that it's us. Y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments.